Good afternoon, and thanks for joining us this Saturday. I'm David Molko, along with meteorologist Joe Ranieri. Joe, even with the clouds out, it is feeling great outside today, and there is a lot more where that came from.
Things get better by the middle part of this upcoming week and beyond, with temperatures getting potentially close to 80 degrees. I'll talk more about that in a second. But David, this is the warmest day of the month so far, with a temperature of 66 degrees. Now, it is mostly cloudy, but still, those temperatures are slowly warming up. Now, the warmest day of the year so far is 68 degrees. We'll start to see our temperatures gradually warm up, a little bit warmer than that. And this is one heck of a way to start the show. My computer just froze up on me. I can tell you this much, though, David. We are going to be seeing our temperatures trending in a better direction, right around middle part of this upcoming week. We'll be seeing temperatures right around 70 degrees. And the last time we saw temperatures 70 or above was back in October. It's been more than 180 days since we've seen temperatures at 70 degrees or warmer, and will gradually warm up as well. You can take that graphic full, Michael. You can kind of get a better idea of just what we're seeing out there. Just overcast skies right now. There is going to be a few showers that roll into the forecast late tonight and into tomorrow morning. But heading into the later part of tomorrow afternoon, we'll start to see some drier weather. I'll talk more about that details in just a few minutes.
Yeah, our tech's overheating and only in the mid 60s. All right, Joe, we'll check in with you in a little bit there. Appreciate it. Let's get you caught up on this afternoon's headlines now, beginning with one man found dead after a shooting in the Cully neighborhood. Portland police say shots were fired inside an apartment complex on Northeast Killingsworth around 2 this morning. Northeast Cully Boulevard and Lombard Street were both closed during the initial investigation, but have since reopened. No word on any suspects. In Washington County, deputies are asking for help finding a suspect accused of attempted murder during what they are calling an alleged road rage incident. Detectives say 43-year-old Glenn Hornsby Jr. attempted to rob a woman, fired a gun at her, and then when she tried to drive off, chased her and shot at her car again. This was Friday evening on Northwest Dogwood Street in the Cedar Mill area. The victim was hit once in the chest. Paramedics took her to the hospital, where she was treated and released. Deputies say they found Hornsby's car in Hillsborough and consider him to be armed and dangerous. Anyone who sees him should call 911. And a pedestrian is in the hospital after being hit by a car in Gresham. The crash was on Southeast Stark and 168th just before 10 last night. Police say the driver remained at the scene and is cooperating. Last update, the victim remains in critical condition. Well, new this evening, the family of an Oregon mother of 3 whose body was found dumped in Ridgefield, Washington, is speaking out. The Clark County Medical Examiner says Joanna Speaks was murdered. And as Daisy Caballero reports, her sisters are now looking for justice and answers.
Just why? Just how? Why did this happen? How? It just doesn't make sense.
Robin Speaks is desperately searching for answers after her younger sister, 32-year-old Joanna Speaks, was found murdered.
We're all just asking every single thing that you could think of. Just, maybe it was this, or did we check here, or we're trying to cover all the bases, but we don't know.
Stepsister Ariel Hamby says the family has so many questions.
The cause of death was blunt force trauma to the head and neck, and that's all we know.
Ridgefield Police Department and Clark Cowlitz Fire Rescue responded to reports of a body on April 8th. Authorities say located on a property off South 5th Street and 78th Place, about 1 mile off I-5. Though detectives say it doesn't appear that's where Joanna was killed. And according to the Clark County Sheriff's Office, there are indications that Joanna Speaks' body was moved to near this abandoned property. Behind these no trespassing signs, there's an abandoned barn. That's where the Sheriff's Office found Joanna's remains.
It keeps me up at night thinking that whoever did this to her, and that person is walking around.
Joanna lived in the Oregon City area. Her family says she leaves behind 7 siblings and 3 children, her 7-year-old daughter and 2 teenage sons.
You can definitely tell they're sad. They've broke down the first couple days, but now it's like they try to avoid talking about it.
Her sisters say Joanna had been battling addiction on and off for years, and the last time her family had contact with her was in March.
We have amazing memories with her being a big kid. She's hilarious. sarcastic and
Very.
super witty. So she was just the missing piece of our family.
The family has started a GoFundMe to help with funeral expenses. And as for finding justice for Joanna,
Not a family that gives up, and we won't give up. Fighting answers, doing whatever we have to get some sort of peace for her.
And that we'll find them.
in Ridgefield, Daisy Caballero, KGW News.
All right, let's get to a traffic alert for Sunday morning with the Bridges to Brews race shutting down some access ramps to a few bridges across the Willamette. Here's what you need to know. Between 6 and 11:30 Sunday morning at the Morrison Bridge, the right eastbound lane and Southeast Water Avenue ramp will be closed for the 8K and 10K run walk. At the Broadway Bridge, access to and from Broadway will be shut down. Some sidewalks and bike lanes will also be closed in those spots, along with sidewalks on the Hawthorne Bridge. And speaking of roadways, nearly $400,000 have been generated by the sale of some special Oregon license plates meant to create safe passage for wildlife across highways. The Watch for Wildlife plates went on sale about a year ago, and 13,000 drivers now display these. The initial funds will go toward two projects. The first is on a section of Highway 20 between Bend and Subtle Lake, where there are lots of crashes involving deer and elk. The second is to create a safe way for Oregon's small population of coastal martins in the weasel family there to cross Highway 101. Oregon Wildlife Foundation is leading that work.
Habitat connectivity and safe wildlife passage are a priority for the Oregon Wildlife Foundation. So having a source of funding for that is exceptionally important. And so far, so good.
Yeah, good to see. Plate sales are currently generating about $36,000 a month. Officials say each year almost 6,000 Oregon drivers are involved in some sort of collision with wildlife. Well, today is Earth Day, and in an effort to help people's lawns and backyards and gardens grow, thank goodness it's 60-something degrees out there, Peabot was handing out some free compost. Officials say they turned all those fall leaves they have collected into the compost with plenty left over for the spring. We talked to one man who decided to wake up early to get more than a few shovels worth for his garden bed.
I'm doing a little bit of everything. I'm putting it in bags, I'm putting it in buckets, I'm trying to keep my car as clean as possible, so we'll see how that goes. So it looks like decent compost because it's like warm and sweating and...
Yeah, good for the garden, not so good for the car, right? If you're looking for compost, you can stop by the maintenance yard. That's on Northeast Sunderland Road, Sunday and Monday between 7 and 5, but only while supplies last. Looks pretty popular there. You're watching KGW News.